So I was reading this like months ago, and I keep coming back to this time and time again. It just plays around in my head about Lot's wife turning to stone. And I'm going to go through scripture by scripture until the end of that chapter. It's chapter 19 into 20 maybe, about what that actually means. But before that, so it's chapter 19 verse 14, 15. I'll put scriptures down below anyway, because I always quote wrong things, but I'm near sure that's right because I looked at that one. And it says about the angels will come down, and they have gone into the town and they've looked around to see what was going on, and they're at Lot's house, and the Lord was going to wipe it out, wipe all the cities out. There's 5 of them, and he only wiped out 4 because he allowed Lot to escape to one of them, Zoar. And anyway, so in verse 14, 15, the angel had, maybe it's the verse before that, the angel had said to them, get up now, leave this place. So and the get up has an exclamation mark on it. What's wrong with the centers of my car? It has an exclamation mark on it, which is obviously significant. Look at those things in the scripture, like they're significant. The words like behold, or therefore, or at the appointed time, those are significant words. They're not just put in the Bible to make them sound like a nice sentence. Get up, run, leave this place. And it was at the crack of dawn. It says in my Bible of different interpretations or different translations in different Bibles, and they're really urging him to get moving, get out of here, because they've been sent to destroy the cities. The 2 angels have. They've been sent, and they're warning him. And then as it goes on, it says, because the Lord had compassion on them. Before that it says, but he hesitated. Lot hesitated. Don't hesitate. When God says go and move, do not hesitate. I'm speaking to myself here. So when God says move, go. When God says run, run. When God says if it's urgency, move, go. Listen to him, do not hesitate. And even in the Lord's compassion, because Lot hesitated, the angels grabbed him by the hand and trailed him out of the city, his wife and his 2 daughters. Because Lot also warned his sons-in-law to be, and they laughed at him. So there's always going to be people that will laugh at you whenever God's telling you to move and do something in a certain way. It's going to look daft. The same as Noah at Egypt building that ark. But every single time, God will always, it looks like nothing, it looks weird or it looks stupid, but God has always got a plan. There's always something else that's coming after. And the angels trailed him out, his wife and his 2 daughters, by the hand out of the city into the plain, and basically said to them, run to the hills, run for your life. And then Lot goes on to a bit of a discussion about going to Zoar. It was a nearer town, and then the angels destroyed the cities. But those words there of, but he hesitated, and God's really saying, don't hesitate. When I give you an instruction, it's for your own good, it's for protection, it's to sustain your generation, to sustain your business, your finances for the next generation. It's to sustain his word through your generations. It's only for your benefit. When he tells you to move, it's only for your benefit, because what's after that is always protection and a plan. And God's plan was to remove Lot, his wife and his 2 daughters, because they were righteous people, because Abraham had a discussion with them about if he found any righteous people. And it actually says God remembered Abraham and the discussion he had with him, and that's why he saved Lot. That's why he saved Lot and his family. So when God says move, move. It's for your protection. When God says go, it's a plan. There's a plan on the other side. It might look crazy. He might be telling you to move from one place to another, and you're like, I don't know what's going on here. I have no money. What is the situation? I don't know what the situation is. It doesn't matter. God's compassion on your life. He will do anything to save you. He does not want you to come to harm. He will do anything to save you. So pray to him. Lord, like the compassion that you had on Lot and his family, did they deserve it? Who knows? Probably not. Why were they living in Sodom? You know, there's a couple of cities. Why was he living there? And he was going to give his 2 virgin daughters out to those men instead of giving, like, it blows my mind, women are always offered up first. But that's how much Lot respected the angels. He realised that these were significant people, him and people's bodies, they were significant to do with God. And he'd rather sacrifice his own daughters than give those angelic beings up to the men of this world. So you mightn't understand why God's telling you to move. Lot didn't understand, but in his compassion, he's trailing you out of that situation. And that's what he done in my life. He trailed me out of a situation, and I went squealing and kicking and ugly crying. I went proper, like, not up for it. But see now, the peace that I have in my life, I couldn't see where I would be in a year. You don't. We're not God. God sees everything. God sees it. And we'll go more into that, how he sees things, because it's actually in those scriptures as well. And he's just better plans for you. So you might go kicking and screaming, but when he says, go, go. You mightn't understand it, but it's only for your own good. And I can see that in my life. I'm sitting here now as a testament. I'm not making this up, because God only gives you what's good. And I'm living in such better circumstances now. And not one hair in my head was harmed. Maybe me emotions the odd time, but not one hair in my head was harmed. I kept my home, I kept a car, I kept, God gave me a new job, I kept my finances, it wasn't any less. My kids have a peace in our home, and God just needed to remove me from that situation, and I just believe that's for a time and a season. But be obedient. Go kicking and screaming if you have to, but know that God has you by the hand and he's trailing you out of that situation, and all that he has for you is only good. Yeah, it's only good. So if you're interested in the whole discussion around those passages in chapter 19, because God revealed so much more to me, it's just been playing in my head for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I never done anything about it. And I think that's what he's trying to tell me to do, is talk about it, Emma. Talk about what you understand from the scriptures to help other people. So maybe you might go and watch that wee video, loads of wee videos about different things that I read, and it's like I get these epiphanies from God, and it's like, wow, I've never seen that before. And